Did I say I'd record more videos? I think I actually didn't. Good, because, yeah. Still very unmotivated. Hey guys, sorry for not recording the last, 2 days. Whoops. Whatever, it's not like you're not used to that from me. It's just this is the last week of my holidays, winter break, whatever you want to call it. And, I actually want to record more as long as I don't have to worry about school and shit. But anyways, yeah, today I'm finally continuing with the reviews by MysteriousMrEnter. This is Swarm of the Century, the Paris Bride episode. One thing he's probably gonna say, or at least I kind of want him to say, that is that Pinky never tried to explain herself. She claims that, but she actually didn't. She just said, I need this instrument and I need that instrument, no further questions. And then she runs off. The rest of the main six had kind of shit to do, and it's not. I mean, come on. When you first watched this series, you thought, most of you, some of you, I guess some people, at least some people thought she's got something going. It's probably I can see why that some people would see it coming, that somehow Pinky is gonna be the rescuer of the episode or something, but I think you really can't blame the main six for thinking it's just Pinky being random. And she never tried to explain herself. She never tried. Maybe one time, or if she was trying, she at least didn't do a very good job. I mean, all she needed to say is, I've met these Paris brides before. Okay, she knew what they were called, but then she immediately ran off. Again, if she said, yo, I've seen this before, I know what to do, that would be trying to explain yourself, but she didn't do that. So I kind of want to see him mention that, because it's not too bad, but it's a little bit annoying for me. It's always a little, every time when I rewatch the episode and we come to that spot, I just think you never try to explain yourself. What are you talking about? But it's just some little moment, just for a couple seconds or so, and I don't have a huge problem with it. But she never did try to explain herself. Other than that, he will probably find some things. Overall, I like the episode, though. I will say that I think it's a pretty good episode. I can't really take it serious because the Paris brides were literally eating the words. Just some of the things they did was just so crazy. I find it more funny than anything else. And I like funny, so yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I like the episode. Let's see what he thinks about it. Why is my back so itchy? I hate it. 3, 2, 1, click.
This episode starts
Whatever.
off with Fluttershy
I can never read
flowers
that.
in a scene that nearly gave my computer diabetes. She's preparing for
It was
an upcoming visit
cute.
from Princess Celestia when she comes across a small, round insectoid creature and finds it cute. It then eats all of Fluttershy's apples and wins her affection, so she decides to show it to her friends. Meanwhile, Twilight is back in character and is uber stressed about Princess Celestia's visit. It's supposed to be casual, but according to Twilight, there's nothing casual about a visit from royalty. She tells Spike to clean up the library mess and takes a stroll through town to see how everyone else's preparations are going. The whole town is really into this visit thing.
Yeah.
Everything actually looks pretty
I mean,
impressive. Eventually, Twilight
it
gets to
is
her
the
view
ruler of
and
the
a
entire
man that
country.
sees Pinky eating all of the food, and Pinky justifies it in her own Pinky way. Fluttershy bursts in and shows the two of them the creature, but now there are 3. Twilight finds them amazing and decides to take one. Pinky, however, finds them disgusting and identifies them as Paris brides. She then claims that she has to find a trombone.
A what? A trombone, you know.
Okay then. Twilight goes to
Yeah,
check
exactly,
one around
okay
the
then.
dash, and what the fuck is Rainbow wearing? The strange
I
part about this
don't
scene is that Rainbow is
know.
complaining more about boredom than that ridiculous getup.
Maybe if she's not supposed to keep it, maybe she's just model standing or something. She needs someone to rarely needs someone to wear it so she can finish it or something. Maybe it's not supposed to be for her. I don't know. It probably is for her.
There are hundreds of Paris sprites in her house. Spike claims that he fed their Paris sprite in the middle of the night. I wonder if he got it wet too. Either way, he has no idea where the other Paris sprites came from. The Paris sprites start wrecking Twilight's library because they can. Twilight
Yeah.
immediately takes charge and tries to round them up, with Spike's help. We cut to Rainbow Dash, who wakes up to find out that she has the same problem, and the Parasprites swarm her. Rarity surprisingly seems to be accepting of her swarm, until she learns how they reproduce, sexually by barfing up their offspring. As you might have imagined, Rarity doesn't take too kindly to it.
I mean,
She picks up the
that
Parasprite
Parasprite
and
barfed
Pinky,
on her
who now
face.
has
I
a
can
plan.
understand
Pinky
that.
sort of claims that they need to find a bunch of instruments. Rarity writes it off as a nonsense scavenger hunt and decides to deal with the Parasprites herself. Rarity runs into Twilight and Rainbow joins along, and they check on Fluttershy, who has no idea what to do with the Parasprites. Twilight imagines that the Parasprites will eat Princess Celestia, and decides that they've got to get rid of the swarm before she gets there. Applejack comes in with a bunch of apples, and the Parasprites devour them almost instantly. That gives Twilight the idea to have Applejack herd up the Parasprites. All 5 of them actually do a pretty good job rounding up the Parasprites and sending them back into the forest, because moving your problems somewhere else definitely makes them go away.
Yeah, totally.
Pinky runs alongside them. She tells the others to drop what they're doing and help her find some maracas. And Twilight writes it off as more Pinky nonsense. Pinky runs off to find her instruments, frustrated that her friends aren't listening to her. So they roll the giant ball of bugs into the forest, congratulate themselves, and get back to town. Fluttershy opens the door to her cottage, and a whole new swarm pours out because she couldn't resist keeping at least one. Nice job breaking it, hero. Rainbow Dash decides to give it a go, and she makes a tornado to suck up all the Parasprites like a vacuum. And it works, until Pinkie Pie comes in with cymbals. The wind force causes her to lose them, and they get dragged into the tornado. With cymbals slicing around, Rainbow is no longer able to hold the tornado, and it disperses. Then the Parasprites head towards Ponyville. Pinkie's friends are understandably upset with her. Pinkie's about to tell them what she's doing, but gets sidetracked in her own Pinkie way. The others leave her to her thoughts and head towards town. The town's
Okay,
ponies
that
see the
time she might have
Parasprites and seem
tried to
intrigued by
explain
them,
herself.
until the dramatic music starts and
But-
they start eating everything, including some cake that causes Lyra to cry.
Yeah, you don't make Lyra
They eat pretty
cry.
much all of the food in town, and Applejack realizes that she needs to protect her crop. Twilight casts a spell to make them stop eating all of the food. Wait, Twilight can do that?
Yeah, it's kind of...
Cruel. Stopping an animal from being able to eat? At first it seems to work, but then they start to eat everything that's not food, and now they really are destroying the town. And now
Yeah.
everyone starts to panic. Rarity first. She checks her store, and the Parasprites are eating everything. Pinkie comes in to save the day, steals a recorder, and then leaves. She
Bye.
sees the swarm heading for her farm. She prepares to defend her apples, and is surprised when they instead eat her barn.
Didn't see that one coming.
Parasprites are also eating the words out of the books in Twilight's library.
Somehow.
Now, I don't know how that works. Twilight snatches one and shows it to Sakura. Wait, Sakura? A minor character who was established only one episode ago. That's impressive. Who wrote this episode? M.A.
Larson.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, she also identifies
Yeah,
them
you
as
should.
Parasprites. They're pretty much locusts. Otherwise,
It's one of
she
the
claims
few
that-
writers I know, so...
Twilight returns to town to see that the princess has almost arrived. But everything has pretty much gone to hell, and Twilight snaps. Her broad idea to fix the problem is to build an exact copy of Ponyville a few feet away. It's so crazy, it just might work. Actually, no. She realizes that she's pretty much boned.
Yeah.
Trumpets blare in the background, and Twilight believes that the princess procession has come. It actually
Nope.
turns out to be Pinkie, with the one pony band. And the Parasprites seem to respond happily. They start following Pinkie.
I don't know
much
why I'm
to everyone
shaking
else's
my head,
surprise.
there's no
Others
music
follow
there.
Pinkie and her army of Parasprites out of town to see Princess Celestia land. And she thinks that the Parasprites are part of a parade. Either she's an idiot or she's a troll. Considering
Probably
she
a
says
troll.
Philadelphia has an infestation problem, I'm going with the latter.
Yeah.
And yes, she's still an asshole. Then we get the lesson that you should listen to your friends' ideas and perspectives. Then they all apologize to Pinkie for not listening to her, especially after she saved Ponyville.
More or less. That was funny. That was funny.
Okay, before I say anything else, I just want to say I love how this episode starts here.
But remember, these flowers are for Princess Celestia. Only the prettiest ones will do.
And ends here. I don't know, I just think it says something about the show. Speaking of which, I love the humor in this episode. Each joke
Yeah.
is perfectly timed, and none of them seem to flop.
Yeah.
The only real problem most people seem to have with this episode is that Pinkie doesn't exactly make it clear to the others that she knew the answer to the infestation problem. I don't really have that problem, because everyone seemed largely in character, and everyone just wanted to solve the problem their way. Also, Pinkie probably assumed that her friends would catch on, because they're still learning about each other.
Yeah,
They're layers, by the
I
way.
guess.
I'm giving this episode
I
a gold.
guess, yeah.
It's a good episode, and one I tend to revisit a lot, even if it is just to see rampant destruction. So excuse me, I'm in the mood for some Katamari Damacy.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. Copyright infringement was intended. As if that would really make a difference. If there is copyright infringement, there's copyright infringement. There is no copyright infringement in this. But if they were, it doesn't matter if it were intended or not. It would still be copyright infringement. But there's none. This is totally perfectly fine, fair use and stuff. Same what I'm doing too. Yeah. I don't really know what to say to this. I pretty much agree on all points. It actually didn't come to my mind. This is fairly early. This is like episode 8 or 9. I believe it's 9. So yeah, it would make sense that they're still learning about each other. I always assumed that except for Twilight, all the other main 6 ponies have been friends for like ages, but if I think about it, that's probably not the case. Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy were friends for a really long time, but other than that, we really don't know. They knew each other before, but they probably weren't super best friends. They all knew Pinkie Pie because every pony knows Pinkie Pie. Can't believe I said every pony. This time it was intended, not like that slip up I had a while back. And I can't wear these like that. Yeah, it was really weird. But yeah, I guess it makes sense. I never had a huge problem with it, and like I said, it was a little bit. But yeah, I guess if you put it like that, it doesn't make it at least more sense than before. Yeah. And I totally agree, this was a really good episode. But I thought that even before I hear his explanation. I really like... this is the thing I like about these reviews. Well, yeah, they give you just the completely new perspective. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes. And seeing things from different angles often helps with, you know, seeing them in a better light. What? I forgot what I was trying to say. It's often helpful to see things from different perspectives, and this is a really good way how to do it. Yeah. But you don't need me to tell you that. You probably already knew that because most of you are probably all adults or older teenagers who should probably know this. Yeah, like I said, I don't really know what to say. I agree with pretty much everything. I really like the humor, like I said. And yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I really don't know what to say to this. That's... yeah, what can I say? Like... what really can I say? I agree with him on pretty much every level. I can't remember one thing he said in this review where I'm not agreeing. Like, no, I'm totally on his side with this one. So I guess that's everything I have to say. Yeah, I guess that's everything I have to say. So I guess I'm just gonna end the video right here before I talk even more bullshit. Hope you guys like this little commentary, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.